and we're watching him. And this is Kids Cool Premieres. Hi, this is Esau, and we're here at the premiere of Zoolander. Just kidding. Hi, we just watched Deadpool. This is the premiere of Deadpool. We got the second showing, but we still made it. So, we're here with...
Gwyneth Oxner.
Hello, we are here with...
Megan.
Lori Oxner.
Patrick.
Charles. Lord Zet.
Tiffany.
Kiara.
Nicholas.
Alex. Nicholas and Alex.
Tanya.
So we're here with Jamie, and we just watched Zoolander. Just kidding. We just watched Deadpool. So Jamie, what did you think of the film overall?
I was laughing most of the time. Really good action. Lived up to definitely the hype of being violent, for sure.
I agree. It was so awesome.
I actually loved it a lot. I heard some people saying they weren't going to see it or they thought it wouldn't be that good, but I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved I loved just the whole thing. It was awesome. And I was dying for them to make a Sharpay joke for the whole movie because of the line in the comic where he says, if you look like Deadpool, if Ryan Reynolds crossed with a Sharpay, you'd understand. And I flipped out when they made the joke, so that was awesome.
I really liked it. I thought it was very true to the character. A lot of nods to, I think, things people wanted to see. And it wrapped up in a nice way. It was pretty much like everything I wanted in a Deadpool film. I can't wait to see what happens for the future, I guess.
Nice.
It was great. It was a different type of superhero movie. A lot of fun. Yeah, it was really funny. Story flows really well.
I agreed. It was a great script, and it transferred really well from comic to movie, right, guys?
Yeah, certainly did.
I liked it a lot. I thought Ryan Reynolds was really good, and it had a good script that I think translated the comics well.
Is pretty good, but the hero pretty crazy.
Yes, I am pretty crazy.
I thought it was great. Probably one of the funniest Marvel movies.
Well, you know, it definitely had a lot of things that happened in it. It was very exciting, a lot of superhero stuff, you know, lots of movie stuff, lots of swords. Yeah. What do you think, Icky?
I thought it was a good movie.
Me parece una película buena, ya que se sale como... Es distinta a todas las de Marvel, deja de ser como el típico superhéroe, el bueno, el fuerte, el invencible. Bueno, él es como invencible, pero es feo, y eso ayuda muchísimo a que sea una película distinta. Me gusta por eso, porque se sale completamente de los parámetros de lo que es Marvel.
I really enjoyed it. I feel like they could have done a lot even more, and I would have watched it if the movie had been longer even. But it sets up a lot for like a sequel, which I'm definitely going to see. I really enjoyed the movie. I think it was hilarious and a little bit gory and a little bit like raunchy, but I think that's a lot of what Deadpool is kind of dealing with. Like, it's not a Deadpool movie without it.
I thought it was very good. I really enjoyed it. It was a very fun film. I was surprised how well it transferred from comic to film. Some of the things they did were just genius in the film. Like the movie said, the writers are the real heroes of the movie. Ryan Reynolds did not disappoint. He was Ryan Reynolds times 10 in this movie. And yeah, no, I really recommend to go see it.
Good. There have been petitions about making a Deadpool movie PG-13. What did you think about that?
I don't agree with changing anything about the film. Rated R is where Deadpool needs to be. If they decide to switch it up for any future stuff, I don't think it'd be as good.
I think for a superhero like Deadpool, who's not really a kid superhero, I think that R-rated is probably the best option. PG-13 is okay if you're doing a cartoon, like on Ultimate Spider-Man. They had an Ultimate Deadpool episode. That's the better context for this, but for an actual cinematic movie for the superhero, you need to do him justice and have an R-rated film.
Yeah. It should stay rated R. That's who Deadpool is. It should definitely stay rated R. If not, the movie would have been totally different.
Pues a mí me gusta mucho esta versión, pero pues a veces los niños se quedan con ganas de verla porque es una película de Marvel y pues es de los cómics y pues a los niños les encanta eso. Yo creo que a lo mejor si pudieran omitir cosas para que los niños las vieran, sería algo bueno.
No, I'd say it was fine. I thought it was more funny rather than gruesome. Sure that some of the action scenes were
a little scary, but they were exaggerated. So no, I think it should be fine.
To expand the audience, definitely, but I definitely like the way how it was rated R.
So you can take this as the original form of the art. But I think a PG-13 version, there probably are younger kids who would enjoy seeing it. That probably means some of the violence would have to be scaled down too. So, I mean, I think it would be a broader audience, it'd be a broader market, more people get exposed to it. So, and then when they get older or their parents can let them go ahead and see the R-rated version.
So you wouldn't recommend children seeing this film, right?
It depends on the child, and probably depends on how liberal the parents are.
Do you think children should watch this?
What do you mean by children?
Anyone under the age of 12?
No.
Because, no.
I mean, you know what? If your parents don't care about dropping F-bombs, or if they already know that sex is a thing, then sure. But other than that, if you want to keep them innocent for a couple more years, if you don't want them to know what the real world is like,
I agree.
a couple more years.
So I read about a petition that some mom wanted to release a PG-13 version out there for her child. Do you think that should be released, or do you think this movie is perfect the way it is?
From a scale from Francis to chimichanga, chimichanga.
God damn it, I hate you.
Did the film live up to the hype with all the merchandising and, the trailers and stuff?
Yeah, I think with all the effort they put into kind of collecting like short advertisements, I think they did a really good job kind of giving an idea for those who don't know what Deadpool's kind of about and kind of seeing whether or not it's a film for them. For the most part, everything they did was pretty solid. They had like a Man U Deadpool commercial that I really liked. I think it did a really good job. I was pumped because of those things pretty much.
I would definitely say so. I have been catching up with the hype on Fuck Yes Deadpool on Tumblr, so I've been excited about this movie since they announced it was coming out in 2012. So I think we've waited long enough, and they did a really good job.
Yeah, it was a great movie. It was a lot of fun. I don't think they over-marketed it or over-merchandised it. I mean, it was a great movie.
I think since the test footage was released from Comic-Con, it lived up to the hype fully.
Yeah, I think so because Deadpool and actually a lot of the trailers, it's self-deprecating and breaking the fourth wall. It's very pointing out that, hey, we're being merchandised, like the comment in the film about it's almost as if they couldn't afford another X-Man. So, yeah, I think unlike most movies that take themselves completely seriously, I think it really worked for this movie to be making fun of itself while it was advertising itself, if that makes sense.
Lived up to the hype. I think hype always kind of surpasses the film, but if you're looking for like a raunchy, fourth wall breaking, action-y, adventure-y sort of like comedy, then if that's what you're expecting, then you are going to be very pleasantly surprised. So, no, I don't think it really lives up to the hype, but it's really hard. They make it seem like it's going to be life-changing every time there's hype for a movie. So, it was a hard reputation to live up to. But I think that they have lots of potential for like the next movie to keep going with like, I don't know. I really think that they did a good job at least.
Did the movie live up to the hype after all the merchandising and trailers and everything?
I would say it would. It was a good movie, really good movie.
Solid. Yeah, I'd say definitely. I mean, the marketing was a bit much. I mean, they had a lot of marketing, but for the most part, it lived up to the hype. I mean, it delivered on its promises that were made.
Yeah, I saw the hype. I know a lot of the comic people were really hyped up because, he's one of like, the underrated characters for sure in the Marvel world. Not being a big comic guy, for me, I wasn't putting too much pressure on the movie, but I definitely, it was a lot better than I expected it just off the preview.
Actually, I never saw any of the marketing before this movie. It was by chance that we even came to see this movie tonight. So I'm going to say no, I guess.
Sí, me parece todas las películas de Marvel tienen que ser muy, muy anunciadas. Entonces, para mí estuvo bien, está bien toda la publicidad y todo lo que hicieron acerca de esta película. Me parece bien porque es una película buena.
I believe so. There's a lot of good marketing out there. I mean, the entire marketing was like the film, very meta. We had a lot of Ryan Reynolds at the end of every trailer saying, "Watch my trailer, watch this," that kind of stuff. I think so. I mean, like every Marvel movie, this is going to be marketed heavily, especially a film like Deadpool. People have been waiting for this movie since 2009 when that really, really god-awful Deadpool came out. I mean, this is the film we needed. This is the film we wanted. This is the film we deserve. And the one we needed. All right. After all of the marketing, all of the...
Go on.
After all the marketing, all of the advertising, all of the merchandising, what do you think? Do you think this movie lived up to the hype, yes or no?
C. Like a letter C, not the Spanish C.
Next question. Who was your favorite character from this film?
That's not a fair question. Because who's not gonna say Deadpool? Well, he's an amazing. He was an amazing character. But if I'm not gonna pick favorites, like obviously everyone's gonna pick Deadpool. I really enjoyed the guy at the bar, like his best friend. He's like, I would come with you, but I don't want to. He's like pretty much a typical best friend guy. I think that he did a very good job.
Deadpool was my favorite, and Angel, the villain, she was pretty badass.
Well, aside from Deadpool, I'd probably pick Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
She's so cool.
Yeah, very few words, but I like her. Then again, Vanessa was awesome too, and I really hope we get to see more of her powers later in the next movie, possibly. And Colossus was cool, but he's kind of a goody two-shoes.
I like the little girl.
The little girl?
Yeah. With have short hair.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead?
Yeah. Chicken noodles.
Actually, probably the blind woman who was the roommate. I don't remember her name, but I remember the name Leslie Uggams from a really old library book at the library where I grew up in Illinois. I think she had some sort of like advice to teenagers book by Leslie Uggams. So I don't know, she was like an actress or a model or something back in the 70s. I don't know. But I was like, oh, good to see she got some work. But no, I thought her sense of humor and her persistence, like she's going to put together IKEA furniture even though she's blind. So I thought that was also very funny, the two of them debating the different IKEA products in Swedish. So
Definitely Deadpool. Yeah, they did a good job doing him justice in this movie. The comedy was on point. Ryan Reynolds did a really good job. I think, kind of going back to the earlier question, with really being the character, all the advertisements and the movie kind of went hand in hand. So, yeah, Deadpool is the main guy for me.
Sin duda fue Deadpool. ¿Por qué? Porque es completamente distinto a todos los superhéroes. O sea, es un tipo chistoso, a pesar de que es buen superhéroe, tiene parte de otros personajes, o sea, pues es cómico también, entonces me gusta porque no es el típico superhéroe fuerte, bueno, que todos admiran, que todos quieren ser como él. Simplemente tiene una personalidad distinta y siempre la adopta, hasta para matar a los villanos, para todo, siempre es él. Entonces, pues claro, él es el que enaltece esta película, entonces, él.
Colossus.
Colossus?
Because he was just really funny. Feel me?
I really liked Hugh Jackman in it. I thought he was really good as the mask in that one part. I thought that was pretty funny.
Deadpool, I'd say he was my favorite. And then that girl, she was really pretty. The lead actress.
Oh, Vanessa, right? Yeah.
Yes.
She was awesome.
Vanessa.
It's got to be the main character, Deadpool. Just he's funny. I mean, and he's always joking, and just the violence is really good.
Of course, Deadpool, but I like the villain, Ajax. He was kind of funny. You know, he was a good villain. He was also kind of comic relief type. I really enjoyed him.
Weasel, because he was downright funny.
Obviously, it was not you because you're not the real Deadpool, but it was Deadpool. He was awesome. He was witty, funny. I mean, he's an anti-hero. It's just like Bryan Cranston's Breaking Bad. Bryan Cranston, Walter White. Everyone loves him, even though he's a complete jerk. He's crazy, but everyone loves Deadpool for the same reason. Deep down inside, I know there are guys that they wish they were Deadpool. I mean, I kind of do. It was a pretty cool guy. Really cool guy.
I would have to say Blind Al, the blind lady from the film.
Was Ryan Reynolds as awesome as everyone thought him to be?
For the purposes of a movie, I think he was pretty good. I know that some people are a little annoyed that he didn't have the gravelly voice that he's described as having in the comics, but for a comedic role and a movie role, it's easier to just have the actor's voice.
Sí, sin duda. Tiene todo para ser porque él siempre se ha caracterizado también como en la vida normal, real, siempre ha sido así también. Siempre da de qué hablar, siempre es chistoso, nunca es el tipo como serio. Entonces se adecua muy bien a su personaje porque así es Deadpool y él es así un poco en la vida real. Entonces creo que fue perfecto.
I thought he did a really good job.
Yeah, he definitely did. I think I think they're gonna joke he made up for the other superhero movie that he did. Yeah.
Green Lantern was awful. Right, yeah. Sorry, Ryan Reynolds. It was awful, though.
Yeah. He was definitely the Deadpool. Not the crappy one from the 2009 version. He was definitely Deadpool. 2016, Marvel Comics, Deadpool.
Absolutely did a great job as Deadpool. His voice and body mechanics were great.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool really connect to each other. It's like the role was made for him.
It's almost as though they're the same person. Next question. Do you guys think the 2009 Deadpool was better? Just kidding, it's not a real question, by the way. Just kidding. All right, no, final question. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you guys give this film?
I give it about 9.
9.
Oh, it's beyond 10. It was really good. I didn't know much about Deadpool, but it was a really good movie.
Oh, thank you for your honest opinion, you liar.
An 8?
I'd give it like an 8.5 to a 9. I definitely think it's a really good Deadpool film. I mean, I'd want to give it a 10 just because I really enjoyed it. But I think an 8-9 kind of gives it like, hey, we did a good job with the first one. Let's try to do a better job the next one.
Probably like 8.5. Yeah, I thought it was definitely better than most, like the average, comic book movie these days. Last few ones have been out for sure.
On a scale of Green Lantern to Star Wars? On a scale of Green Lantern to Star Wars, it was like the first and second Star Trek reboot movies. No, I thought it was good. I'd probably give it like a 9.
I would give it a strong 8.7.
69.
69, all right.
Solid 8.5. 8.5.
For comedy, I would give it a 10. For raunchy, like, sex jokes, I would give it an 8. For gore, I would give it a 9. And I think for the writers, which I believe in the credits were casted as the true heroes, I think they did a brilliant job. I'd give them a 10 out of 10.
Probably 9.
A 9?
Yeah. Good.
Del 1 al 10 le doy un 8. 8. Creo que es una buena película. Divertida. La recomiendo.
On a scale from 1 to me, what would you give this film?
I'd give it a 9. I think it's going to be one of my favorite superhero movies from this year. It was great, very different. It honestly kind of reminded me of Batman Begins. Christopher Nolan does non-linear storytelling, and but I think this movie did it better, because that movie just did it the first 30 minutes of the film. This one did it the entire film pretty much, almost. Yeah, it was a good. I hadn't seen a film like this in a while, and I feel like we need more films like this that are different out there and great. So yeah, a 9. Go watch it. It's a good film.
I don't feel obligated to answer that question at all.
Okay, guys, that was it. We got some pretty good reviews. Great movie. You will not be disappointed, but do not take your children. Definitely not a movie for kids. All right, ready? Let's go.
All right, and
it's not for children. Do not go see it. This is to you, Spruce Cougars, if you're watching. Do not go watch this movie.
Yeah, what he said. All right, thank you very much.